So chat, it's official. Heading into 2027, our two teams, chat's Vancouver Athletics, relocated directly from Oakland, of course. A good look aside from those stupid-ass red sleeves. But a good look for the Vancouver Athletics. And I have officially moved after one season in Minnesota as the Montreal Expos of Minneapolis. We're heading under the sea. We are now the Mermen of Atlantis. Because what better place to go than frickin' 6,000 leagues under the sea as my team and my hopes and championship dreams sink. Again, we found this absolutely hilarious logo. My guy's eyes were closed for a really long time. We also found that absolutely hilarious logo. So, we went with the, the top left. He's got a blue tail, the green fin. So we got, green socks, green shoes. I absolutely despise this look and do think I could put together a good uni with the shades of blue that we have. However, chat wanted this. I obliged. It looks terrible. Our road uni is a little bit more straightforward. We slapdashed it together pretty fast, but I'm all right with it. We are mermen. We are mermen. The Under the Sea Stadium. Holy crap. All right. Well, we are good to move forward with this offseason. And we'll see what's in line for both the Athletics and the Mermen. First things first, chat is free agency. Taking a look at the top dogs available. At catcher, 28-year-old Alejandro Kirk, who is available to you because, again, I didn't do USA. We did North America. Fuck. Jonah Heim's there. Ryan Jeffers. Gary Sanchez. You are allowed to sign one position player and one pitcher. Yes. Whether or not you can actually sign them is the other question. There's Yandy Diaz, Ryan Mountcastle, Wilmer Flores. Do you guys actually... You do have some money. You don't have a ton of it, but you do have some money. Reese Hoskins, Joey Gallo's there, Dominic Smith. Second base, Nico Horner, Gavin Lux, Brandon Drury, Venezuela, which is where we were going to move, but we didn't. Third base, Alec Bohm, Patrick Wisdom, Edmundo Sosa. There's a good player I can sign. Yes. He's 31, goddammit. I got one. I got a good free agent. Oh, there's two. Orlando Arcia. I mean, I'm going for Kim, obviously. You got Dalton Varsho, Randy Arozarena, the Oscars out there. Otis Gurriel, Jake Fraley. You got Bellinger in center. Adolis Garcia's out there. Jorge Soler. So, chat, I mean, again, you don't have a ton of money to spend right now on, like, another big name. Pitchers, by the way, include Tariq Skubal, Dustin May, Freddie Peralta. Ooh, I can go after Luis Garcia. Drew Rasmussen, Tristan McKenzie. I mean, there are definitely players that you could go after. To be honest, what you could do is wait, like, a month. You could wait, like, a month. See who's left over, because they'll be cheaper, and then get the leftovers, basically. Like if you wanted to go after like David Bednar, I mean, he'd be like $6 million. If you're looking for like a younger player to sign, Dustin May, he's like $20 million. That's probably out of your price range right now. I think you guys need to go for like under $20 million. So just wait to see who's left and then take it from there is probably your best way to go. I mean, you could go after Tristan McKenzie. I mean, he's at $17 million. Dangerous because you really don't have the ability to front load contracts anymore. Again, your budget, you are paying over $44 million to both Guerrero and Soto and $26 million to Dylan Cease because you front-loaded all three of those contracts. So, you know. And let's be honest, out of anybody there in free agency, there isn't really that guy. Like Dustin May at 29, there really isn't that guy like Vladdy and Soto were, where it's like we cannot miss out on that guy based on ages, right? So, aside from maybe Garrett Crochet, on $60 million, though. We got to extend Yuri as well. Indeed, you do. So chat's going to hold off for a little bit. And yeah, you don't have to re-sign Yuri right now, but that is coming. So Mr. Slaughter, Jeff Adams, these two need contracts. Juan Baroa also needs a new deal. Warrior, yeah, he was the opening day starter for the White Sox. Let's see, Howie Elliott, Avi England, Sean Yeager, $900K for him. And then none of these other guys were yours. There is Miles Naylor. I don't remember if you guys drafted him or not, but I mean, it doesn't fucking make a difference to me. You can have him. Like I said, we're playing two different games. You guys are going for a World Series. I'm trying to just not be complete shit for the entire duration of however long this stupid idea lasts. So, anybody else like a younger player down there? Lonnie Duarte was yours. Of course, the game had to add some of these guys to the 40-man, so that isn't great. Ferguson still sucks. Khan still sucks. All right, you guys are good. So for me, again, I actually have a couple of options. I'm going for Kim at 31 years old. It's a little bit of a risk, but who the hell else would I get? Got Luis Garcia as a starter as well. And I can't go for Mexico. Orlando Arcia. I mean, I might as well just go for Kim. Alzolai's there, but he's 32, so I might as well go for Garcia. Brewstar, I saw how he collapsed for you guys, so I'm not fucking going for Brewstar. Then again, he is only 28. Wilmer Flores at 35. Panama's not available to me. Venezuela again for Estrada, who's 31. Kepler's available. Not really that upset. Again, I go off of where people were born just to keep it simple, so no one's like, hey, that guy was blah, blah, blah. Luis Arias, that guy loved getting the better of you. Out of Venezuela at 29, but yeah, I gotta aim higher. Kepler's 34 as well. So my two targets are Ha-Seong Kim. Mr. Kim. I'm gonna front load this bad boy because I can. Mr. Kim. Oh boy, does that interest. All right. There's only so much interest I can get. Yikes. Okay, that still goes up. What is a max? Okay, that is the max offer I can give you in terms of interest. What if I give you a club option? Nope, that's the max. All right. Well, paying you $29 million a year probably isn't a very good idea. However, that is exactly what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. Or at least try to do. And we'll see if you take it. And I am also going to go after 30-year-old Luis Garcia as my one pitching option. Give him $15.8 million a year. So there we go. Garcia and Kim are my 2 targets to bring to Atlantis. And then from there, I don't need to worry about Santillan, of course, because he wasn't even supposed to be on the team. Sanchez isn't mine. So let's see. Ian Seymour wasn't mine. William Koo was. So was Guerrero. Austin Jordan. Alfonso Carvajal. Hey, look, Alaska. Someone just mentioned something about Alaska. Well, there you go. In terms of relievers, Felipe Gonzalez was mine. Dougie Ikeda. Juan Soto, the superior Juan Soto. Got Will Comstock. Robert Oka. Another Venezuelan. Venezuelan? Another Venezuelan. I got 2 options out of Puerto Rico and the Dominican. I can't keep them. Luke Gold I didn't want to keep. Miguel Perez, another Venezuelan. Shortstop. There's nobody there that was mine. Sam Valley was mine. Center field, Manny Delgado was out of Panama. Australian, Lee Sarian. I mean, you're terrible. I don't need you. All right, well, let's see then. Kim and Garcia, are you heading under the sea? Yes! Let's go, Kim! From South Korea to the deep blue sea. Kim is the newest Atlantis Merman as he joins the Merman. It's so fucking stupid. Brian Abreu signs with the Cubs for 6 years. So I wait for my next opinion. Tariq Skubal signs a 6-year deal with the Angels. All right, we're just over a week into free agency. So for you guys, you see a lot of the top names that are still out there. Again, Dustin May was under 30. He still wants about $20 million a year. To be honest, you could wait a month instead of a week and then just go with whoever's left. Tristan McKenzie's still out there. He does have an offer from Cleveland. But as we know, people can wait a while. McKenzie still wants about the same, $17 million. So, again, money-wise, while you have those front-loaded deals, it's still going to be best to wait a little bit. It is still going to be best to wait. So, David Bednar, 3 years in New York. Let's see, Evan Phillips, 4 years in Detroit. Nathaniel Lowe, 5 years in St. Louis. Luis Garcia is a Merman for the next 5 years. Welcome in, Luis. Dustin May signs 6 years with the Twins, $20 million per, a deal that would have been tough for you guys to balance. Ryan Mountcastle gets 5 years in Toronto. And Jonah Heim, 5 years in Chicago with the Cubs. Kyle Wright, 4 years with the Texas Rangers. So let's see who's left in free agency for you guys to target now, and if their prices have dropped. Their prices have dropped. Adolis Garcia, I mean, he's 34. He's looking for dirt cheap money, though. That's pretty funny. He's looking for dirt cheap money. The youngest guys, you got Belly at 31, Nico Horner at 29. He's still looking for about $20 million, though. Alejandro Kirk at 28. High teens in terms of money. Rasmussen at 31. Yandy Diaz. 27-year-old Garrett Crochet. Still looking for that mid-teens amount of money. The price is dropping, though. Alzolay is 32. You couldn't get him, though. Brady Singer. 30 years old. Low teens in terms of asking price. Casey Mize at 29, low teens. Is there anybody that kind of jumps off the page for you guys here? JoJo at 30. Gavin Lux at 29. $10-11 million. Anybody else under 30? Not really. That's pretty much that. And then 28-year-old Dylan Carlson. What do you guys think? Go for someone? Wait. What are you thinking? Lux and Mize. Lux, Captain Kirk. Well, Gavin Lux at 29. What position's most needed? Everything still. The roster is very much not complete. By the way, people are asking, Yuri Perez is up to an 88. Yeah, the roster is very much still in need of work. You could look for the get Gavin Lux to 6 years. You might not even want to sign him to the 6-year deal, but you could go for that. He has no other offers, so you could lowball Gavin Lux, and then if he signs, cool. If he doesn't, whatever. Casey Mize, like I said, low teens in terms of money. Mize has been solid, improving. He had a pretty good year last year. You would have competition from the Cardinals. So, and then for the record, Gavin Lux at the plate. Wait a little bit longer or go for it now? Again, you wait longer, you might be able to get them on good contracts. That's the question. That is the question. Look at these beautiful mermen. All right, wait seems to be the word. Although Frank does say go for Mize. So the Casey Mize contract, again, it all depends on how long you want to sign him until. If you wanted him to age 35, it would be a more expensive deal. So it all depends on how long you want to try to sign him for. And, obviously, if you go up to 35, you don't really need the club. You need the club option, but if you go up to like 32, you don't really need a club option on that. So what do you guys think? I need an official decision. Take a look at look at that logo, baby. Look at that. Look at Kim. All right, chat's going to wait a little bit longer. Tanner Scott has been dealt to Milwaukee for Eric Brown Jr. and Bradley Blaylock. Josh Naylor traded to Texas for Byron Buxton. Wow, they have already traded away Buxton after acquiring him in Season 1. They also got Owen White in the deal. Nico Horner did elect to sign in San Diego. Adolis Garcia, 4 years in Detroit. Cody Bellinger gets 5 years in Pittsburgh. As we get to the 2026 draft lottery, where, surprise, surprise, our two teams are still in the top 3 in terms of lottery odds. So let's see how this is going to play out. Let's see. The ridiculousness of this whole thing. Well, we both got fucked. No. I fell to 6th. Chat falls to number 3. Rockies move up 2 spots, and the Blue Jays up from freaking 8th to 2nd. Oh, we both just got kicked in the teeth. Chat does still pick top 3. That could be a disaster for me. If there's an eligible player in the top 5 that I miss out on, that's devastating. You guys have a large enough player pool, it'd be fine. This would be devastating to me. Let's take a look at who's out there in free agency. Gavin Lux is still out there. Casey Mize is gone. Lux does have offers from Toronto and Seattle. His asking price has dropped a little bit. But yeah, Casey Mize is out. So, Alejandro Kirk, one of the younger options. Jose Urquidy at 31. Jojo Romero at 30. Lux was at 29. So yeah, again, Mize is out. He signed somewhere. Yeah, it's a lot of older veterans at this point. So, what do you guys think? Is now the time? There's offers on Gavin Lux. If you're going after him, now is probably the time. 3-year deal is going to run you like $12 million. A 5-year deal, especially, or a 6-year if you wanted that option as age 35 year, is going to run you about 13. So that's kind of the question. It's 3 or 6 years, basically. Bring him up to 32 or 35. And you could front load that deal and still be okay. You'd have $15 million in surplus. So, let's see what you... 3 years seems to be the word. So a 3-year deal for Lux. Looks like you could probably go about $11.5 million and have the most interest. Any disagreement on that? 3 years, $11.5 million front loaded. Or do you want to max it out to kind of increase your chances? All right, that seems to be chat's offer there. In terms of a pitcher, again, it's mostly veterans. 30-year-old JoJo Romero is the youngest reliever you could get. You got Rasmussen as a 31-year-old starter, or Keedy. So, you're looking at a 30 to 31-year-old pitcher. It's probably Rasmussen or Keedy or JoJo. JoJo's only looking for like $5 million a year. That's not too bad. Urquidy is looking for about 7 to 10. And then Rasmussen is up to the mid-teens. So, Rasmussen, as you would expect, is the most expensive of the bunch, and you're very close to needing a max interest offer for him. So, what do you guys think? Again, money-wise, it's a little bit tight. It's not impossible to sign either of the three. Yeah, hopefully it won't complicate our ability to sign anybody. Rasmussen, Urquidy, Rasmussen, JoJo. Have you seen the co-op glitch? You can search for players and use cards. You don't have to search any cards. I haven't, because I don't do anything Diamond Dynasty related. JoJo seems to be the shout. No, Flo, we both sucked. We were the worst 2 teams in the league. Looks like JoJo's the shout here. You could go 5 years, get that club option on him in case he declines. Front load it. Did he have an offer on him? He did. So it'd have to be a max offer there. So if you go to 5 years, he's a fan of term, obviously. Max offer would be $5.6 million over the 5 years. You could opt out of the last year. Front loaded deal. Any disagreements on that for JoJo? You don't necessarily have to sign him for the 5 years. You could go for the 3. It's up to you guys. You guys do like the kind of final years of his prime, have the option to ditch him if they're declining. That's been a trend for you guys. All right. So chat's 2 offers. Gavin Lux and JoJo Romero this year. Let's see what happens. We're at the Rule 5 draft. I'm going to just hit simulate draft from here and see what the hell happens. Hopefully it means we didn't end up with anybody, but we might have. Again, there's nothing I can do about it. Alejandro Kirk gets 4 years from Detroit. Lux and Romero have still not accepted. And still not. JoJo elects to go to Texas instead. Wow. That's kind of surprising. So JoJo Romero goes to Texas instead. Will chat end up with Gavin Lux? Drew Rasmussen goes to the Mets for 5 years. Lux still hasn't given an answer. You are still the top offer for him. Anything? Lux does sign. So you missed out on JoJo Romero. But you do land Gavin Lux at second base. That's not too bad. Yandy Diaz, 1-year deal with Houston. And pretty much good to go into spring training here then. Kind of going to look at what these rosters are going to look like. That fucking logo. Oh my God. All right. Let's take a look at Chad's team here. Obviously, we're going to have to do some things here. But again, now you got Lonnie Duarte and Jeff Long at catcher. So you're going to need about 4 more catchers on the roster. You guys get the first shot at the lower rated dudes because you finished last. So obviously that'll help you continue to be bad and probably get better draft picks. It's fairly obvious though, like Duarte, probably the AAA starter. Unfortunately, I put him on the 40-man, but Duarte is the AAA starter. Jeff Long is the AA starter, just to get them that playing time. Is a decent way to go. So, I mean, again, two, long-term project catchers in the system for chat right now. First base, you have Vladdy, and then Jeff Adams has just kind of capped out at what he is. But, again, play him in AAA, let him get that starting time, see if he develops. If he goes up to a B potential, he'll still be really good. But Vladdy rocking a 96. Again, he's making $44.1 million this year. Which is, not an insignificant amount. 3, 4, and 5. Again, trying to spare you guys from the blinding lights of the menu. So Sam Rosen will be up on the Major League roster. Get Ibanez, Richie Karnitz in AA. That is true. The early season pickups are there. We can take a look at the free agent list. Ooh, I could get Eugenio. So if you guys wanted to, you could land someone like Max Muncy for the year. Marcell Ozuna, Kershaw. You could give him a chance just like you gave Scherzer the opportunity. Austin Slater. I mean, let's be honest. It's pretty much going to be between Max Muncy and Clayton Kershaw. And again, because we can't use the Rule 5, we're allowing one spring training free agent. Any disagreement on you guys going after Clayton Kershaw for the year? Just to give him a chance. Be $3.3 million for the year, which is fine. As chat signs Clayton Kershaw, I'll end up probably going after Eugenio Suarez. So, first base was good. Second base, you got Gavin Lux. Jeffrey Gray is obviously just random filler. So you need 5 second basemen. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, the reason why we're doing this, too, is I plan on simming another season tonight. I want to get to another draft. I'm intrigued. So, Lux, Gray, and then just get the filler onto the roster. Good thing is you guys actually have money to sign filler this year. Third baseman, Johnny Slaughter. Do you guys want to play him in the majors this year? Or put him down in AAA for one more year? He went up by just 1 point last year and dropped, if I'm not mistaken, from a B to a C potential. I'm pretty sure he was a B potential before. I think you guys made the wrong call to put him in AAA last year. I think that stunted his development. So you put him in the majors, you might be able to get it back. The chat says majors. That's a good call. I think you made the wrong call last year, unfortunately. Funny thing is, I am actively rooting for you guys to win. I am actively rooting for you guys to win here because I know I have no goddamn shot. So, it's a streamer versus Twitch chat, but not really. Not really. Like I said, it was mentioned in chat earlier. You guys are playing chess. I'm playing checkers at this point. Rule 5, you ended up with Jeremiah Jackson. You'll be able to cut him later on. But Robert Spasato was there. So we only need to sign 2 shortstops for you guys. So let's do that. So Jeremiah Jackson, he'll end up being the single A option. So Spasato makes sense to start in double. Lindsey Bruno, Miles Naylor's on the team too. Might as well start him in triple. So Bruno and Hairston, then AAA, Mondesi in double. I had a feeling he got a decent contract. And then Jackson will just be cut at the start of the year. Although, actually, you guys could... we're not doing Rule 5. We're going to cut him. Then the outfield. You also got a guy named Halpin. Obviously, just in general, you're going to need people for those outfield spots. So let's see who we can get for you. Lowest rated dudes. All right, let's see. So in left, Yeager makes sense to put him in AA. He dropped from a C to a D potential. You guys have had some development struggles so far. I'm not sure what's up with that. Huh. JG Bleday to the Major League roster. You got Mike Yastrzemski in the middle. Floyd Horton needs to go to double. Let's see. Who else do you guys have that you actually care about? There's also Scott Maloney. So maybe Horton and triple so that Maloney can be the double-A starter. And then right, Soto, and nobody that you actually need to care about there. So in the majors, it's 1, 2, 3. There needs to be a fourth. Go with Cordova. Just as a filler player. AAA is 1, 2, a 3, and a 4. And then AA is 1, 2, 3. Go 4 with Merle. That works. So yeah, good old Petey Halpin will end up getting dropped. And then for the pitching, you guys did draft Francis Menard. So you need another closer in the mix. That'll be Spencer Bivens. Spencer Bivens. So Menard and double. Makes a lot of sense to start. Say hello to Josh Simpson, your major league closer, and Bivens in triple. Christ, that's a shortage of relievers. Whew. All right, there's going to be a lot of flashing lights. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And one more. That should be enough. Should be. So for closers, 1. Gutierrez and Ponce. Makes sense to keep them in AA. Continue to let them train up. So Major League is 1, 2. 3 with Corbin Martin. Whoops. 4 with Barreto. 5 with Bronk. And 40-man is full. Not ideal. Carnet's out of there. Get Rivera out of there. Domine. I hate that it automatically signs certain people to the 40-man. It's a pain in the ass. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 with Bronk and 6 with Burks. AAA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then AA is 4, 5, and 6 with 1 left over. Barney Rowe. So then the starters, I brought you guys in JP Sears. Again, we'll end up getting rid of him just to avoid the Rule 5. I hate that I have no way to control it because they didn't fix that, unfortunately. Is there anybody else on the 40-man? Feldman off of there. Anybody that's a position player in the minors, not on the majors, got to get you off of that damn list. And if any of these guys get claimed on waivers, then, I mean, Jesus, you know? Just Jesus. All right, so for the starters, Cease, Perez, Kershaw, Christensen and triple makes sense. Jim David, Jesus Christ, the starting pitching you guys have already drafted. That's insane. You can't switch teams in the Rule 5. They fixed it for the entry draft. They didn't fix it for the Rule 5. So, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It's broken. That's the only way to put it. It ruins it in some ways, but a little bit of time, and I get it back on track. So let's see. That's 3, 4. Oh, boy. It's 5 and 6. Again, if Sears is going to go, AAA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Honestly, pretty much just sign the starters until it tells me you guys can't sign any more starters. It's going to result in me having some decent quality starters, unfortunately. Which is good news for you. Like, that's actively a punishment for me. So, terms of the starters then. 2, 3... Get a single A left over. 4, get Chad Kuhl up there for number 5, and then Solomon 6. AAA is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Double A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's actually the perfect amount. So obviously there's some waiver issues that'll need to be fixed for your roster in a second, but... And there's also the Rule 5 picks. So yeah, your rosters are pretty much good to go then. We'll see what they look like in a second. Still going to fix up my roster, hopefully quickly. Jesus. Oh, those are my 3 drafted catchers so far. Which is a shame. I need 4 more catchers here then. 2, 3, and again, that's why I normally switch the screen. I know that flashing is bothersome for some. So Will Comstock's going to be in triple for me. Oka in double. I'll put Lincoln Yeager in double. So Gene Sullivan and Gene Ramirez in the majors. Kyle McCann down in single. First base, I have Felipe Casillas, who I just had to take first overall. Edgar Sanchez is there. Sweet Jesus. So Casillas is going to triple. Sanchez will go to double. Majors. We'll put Casto in triple. I need 2 more first basemen. Anybody half decent is not eligible. Although I actually do have my signing. I forgot to make it. That was going to be Eugenio Suarez. We made your signing. I didn't make mine at the same time. So Eugenio, welcome in. Do that for third baseman. So major, triple, double, and then put Kevin Sanchez down in single. Second base, Torres and Rengifo. And then Delgado's here. So Roberto, we moved him to Montreal, and then instead of going to Venezuela, we went to Atlantis. We are now based in Atlantis. We are the Atlantis Mermen. So, you know, we're all ready and set to go for our burial at sea as we get our asses handed to us in this particular challenge. Third base is now Eugenio and Urshela. We'll go triple A for Miguel Perez. Double A for Gentry. Triple A for Benitez. I need 2 more third basemen. Benjamin Kahn, tweeting at 4 a.m. So major, triple, double, and then we'll put Kahn down in single. Shortstops. We signed Kim. I'll have to cut Jordan Sprinkle. So that means I need 4 more shortstops here. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. And again, I end up with slightly better players than you guys, and that's going to keep me probably finishing ahead of you guys in the standings. Have the updated rosters for opening day. I don't think they've done it that fast. But there is probably a good custom roster out there that's updated. So yes, actually, Sprinkle will end up getting cut. So I need a Maya in the majors. Triple, double, and then we'll cut Jordan Sprinkle. Let's see, and in the outfield, Sam Valley still getting better. Don't care much about Jarvis or Beltran. I'll have to get rid of Jace Bowen. Glenn Camp is mine. He's going to go double A. Don't really care about Granger or Oliva. And Domingo Fernandez is also going to have to go into double A. So 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need about 5 outfielders. 1, 2. Actually, we'll just do 6. Just to make it even. It's nice that your team actually had money to fully sign people now. Last year was a bit awkward. All right, so let's see. Again, I'm going to have to get rid of Bowen. So let's see here. For the majors, Robbie Jarvis. Danny Granger, the basketball player. Junior Santiago. And we'll also do Fernando Oliva. AAA is 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4, and then double A is 1, 2, 3, 4 with Washington. That's perfect. So, and then for me with the pitching, Quiones still in the majors, Soto in AAA, Eduard Bazardo will go down to double. At least I have a closer to build around. Quiones, I'm happy for that. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I need about 6 relievers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to round this out. So 1. Let's see. Anybody that I don't necessarily care about. I got to move down to single A just to make sure I'm prioritizing my actual young players. Okay. So Angelis, you can go to AAA. Gonzalez is in triple. Ikeda in double. Chang goes to double. And then from there, it doesn't really matter. So Hernandez is the second. 3. That's 4, 5, and 6 with Rayburn. AAA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then double A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm guessing Venezuela, the rest of the world ratio is yeah, it's at least like a 3-to-1 ratio. It's fucking absurd how many Venezuelans I have. I hate it. I don't hate it, but it's frustrating in that, like, where the hell is everybody else? It's like in this reality, the international frickin' signing day is still going on, except I don't get to take part in it. Let's see. Has either team won 40 games? My team won 40 games last year. Which is hilarious. Let's see. AAA, 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 AAA. Bradford's going to have to go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Williams will be 5. Velasquez will be 6. AAA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Double A is 1. So this is where the other starters are going to come in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm getting some guys that are like 70s. Shit. I have to play them on my major league roster too, just to deal with it's the punishment essentially. It makes my team better than they should be. God forbid I make the playoffs. That would screw me in the draft so badly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AAA is going to be 2. Oop. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Double is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I cut the roll 5. Okay. Well, we're good. Let's take a look at that top prospect list here. The best prospect in baseball now on the Pirates. So the Brewers traded the number 1 prospect in baseball, Damon Kaufman, to Pittsburgh. I don't really know why he's listed as the number 1 prospect in baseball. Worth noting, chat, your 4th overall pick last year, Richie Christensen, debuts on the list at number 9. I mean, no kidding. He's going to be major league ready as soon as next year. You also have Avi England at number 18, a little bit further behind than Christensen. Jim David is at number 28. Still a promising future major leaguer. Robert Sposado is there as well at number 31. Do I have any representation? Yes, I do. Back-to-back Mermen. Sam Valley and Will Comstock. 51 and 52 are my best prospects. Holy hell. You also have the closer, Francis Menard at 75. Starter 1, Baroa at 80, the former 1st overall pick. Whew. Yeah, there's some trouble afoot for the two teams, respectively. Unfortunately, it might have fucked up things about the roster, but I got to get rid of Bradford. I was really hoping it wouldn't do that. Bradford's on waivers. Jordan Sprinkle's got to go. Chase Bowen's got to go. Yeah, it might have fucked up some of the stuff about the roster, but for the most part, people are going to be where we wanted them to. Just going to call them the SPO. We might have to. For you guys, JP Sears has to go. Jeremiah Jackson at shortstop. And Petey Halpin. Cool. So, season doesn't start for a few days. Let's take a look at Chat's Vancouver Athletics. That is the rotation of Dylan Cease, Yuri Perez, Clayton Kershaw, and then Peter Solomon and Brad Keller. The bullpen still leaves a lot to be desired. But hey, Yuri Perez is still only 23 years old, so you got that going for you. The lineup consists of Gavin Lux, Juan Soto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., John Slaughter, and their band of merry men. There will probably end up being position player call-ups as well. Kershaw dropped a point in spring training. LOL. For myself, it is Luis Garcia, Ranger Suarez, Yusei Kikuchi, Eric Fetty, Anthony Banda as filler players, Jose Quintana there as well. I got Miguel Quiones as a reliever at an 83 overall. In terms of my lineup, Gleyber Torres, Ha Seong Kim, Luis Rengifo, Eugenio Suarez. Gio's on the bench against righties. Jesus. Oh, but look at those uniforms. Look at these mermen. Does anybody have socks? Yeah. Look at that merman. Those jerseys are fucking hideous.